11 points for him in that last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. They set the pick. Off the screen. No good. And Miami the other way now. Clark dunks are becoming increasingly more complex, whether they're in game or during events.
Well, the athleticism of the players is just off the charts over the last 2+ decades. So just about everybody, no matter what their size, when you look at NBA guys, can throw it down. And, you know, Steve mentioned his favorite dunker. Mine would have to be probably Dominique Wilkins. His two-handed double clutch, sideways tilt throwdowns would have to be up there as well.
Well, there have been, you know, Michael Jordan, Vince Carter. My gosh, you can go on and on. There's some acrobatic guys, high flyers for sure. First free throw is good.
Gary Neal is 6'4" shooter, played 3 seasons with the Spurs, and before that a long time in Europe. Deep range on his shot, and he's able to hit from a standstill or on the move.
The Heat making a switch here. Napier's checked in. Neal hits them both. And Neal, the combo guard size, but he's more of a shooter than a playmaker.
Yeah, you know, he does better defending shooting guards in most matchups as well, Kevin. But the offensive end, I think, is where he makes his mark, and that's what you focus on with Gary Neal. He's going to give you scoring.
Now here's Granger, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Well, if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
Hornets trail by 9. And Roberts kicks to Anderson. Here's Williams, and Chris Anderson picks up the foul. Here's Williams. Pass to Roberts. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Here's Napier. "13 feet away. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on.
1:44 left to play here in the first. Henderson dishes to Neal. 5 to shoot. Let's go. That's short off the rim.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shot.
And stolen by Vonleh. Neal's shot is off.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Napier passes to Anderson. In the corner, Granger with it. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Here's Roberts. Pass to Neal. To the middle. Vonleh kicks to Neal. With the teardrop, and that one's good.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Napier passes to Granger. And there's the pass to Napier. Granger outside. There's another one for the Heat. Hornets trail by 9. Here's Roberts. The feed now to Henderson. The tray. Can't hit.
That's just tremendous. You love to see a smaller player who can mix it up inside and handle himself in the paint area.
And so the first quarter wraps up without too much action on the scoreboard. Heat out front, leading by 9. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Tuesday, November 11th, Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs go up against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors, live from Oakland. Big-time hoops coming your way.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, Stephen Clark, what are your thoughts?
And the defense has been key in building this lead. They've really clamped down hard.
They've done a nice job, Steve. I think challenging every shot, a hand up on every shot.
Hornets trail by 9. On the floor for Miami, Napier is out there with Chalmers. Then there's Josh McRoberts. Then there's Chris Anderson. And it's Granger in at the 3 spot. Here's Roberts. There's a screen by Williams. Clock at 6. And Roberts kicks to Williams. The 10-footer. Almost, but it rolls out.
And the defense did just enough to throw him off that shot.
Here's Napier, looking for his first basket still in this one. Puts it up. And the defense really pressing up on it. Made that a tough shot. Charlotte shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. And Roberts kicks to Biyombo. Williams sets a screen for Henderson. He dishes it to Biyombo. Here's Roberts. The 3. And that one's good. Roberts got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Charlotte.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. And the result has been a couple of championship rings.
And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
Some changes for Charlotte. Jefferson's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And it's Pargo in for Brian Roberts. Chris Bosh is checked in for Miami. And the free throw, no good.
Well, Gerald Henderson is not the most lethal outside shooter, but I really like the way he's learning to move without the ball. He's very opportunistic with his cuts whenever his defender turns his head.
Hornets trail by 6. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Pargo. The dish to Jefferson. Can't get it to go. And Miami the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. And Henderson most comfortable, it seems, as Steve shooting from the corners.
Yeah, like most players, you know, Kevin, that's the easier shot, 22 feet instead of 23.9. He shot a good percentage from there. Not really a long-range shooter per se, which is why you didn't see him, shoot effectively from the top of the circle or on the wings.
Here's Neal. Dishes it to Jefferson. Shot from 12, and he hits the jump shot. Jefferson's got 8.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Napier kicks to Bosh. Right through the D for the layup. And the Heat lead by 6.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Pargo. He feeds it to Neal. kicks it to Jefferson. With the fadeaway. That is good. He's got 10.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
The Heat leading by 4. Napier passes to Chalmers. Bosch heads the pick for Chalmers. Napier kicks to Bosch. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Out to the wing. Here's Neal. Shot clock at 6. Jefferson down low. He's up against Bosch. Jefferson's shot is off. The Heat have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Bosch passes to Napier. Feeds to Chalmers. That one wide left.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
Here's Neal. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Now just a 2-point Heat lead.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And you go back to last year in the postseason. Remember, they sent this team packing when they met in round 1. So I would expect a really good battle here tonight.
Some changes for Charlotte. Kid Gilchrist is checked in for Henderson. Lance Stevenson comes in for Gary Neal. And it's Kemba Walker in for Gennaro Pargo. Wade, he's checked in for the Heat. Norris Cole comes in for Napier. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He told them he wouldn't accept them settling for outside shots and said we can get to the rim if we attack the basket, and that's what we're going to do. He also told them that he wants to see multiple passes on every possession. He said that was the key to getting the best shot each time down. So, Kevin, change is already being made on the fly here in the second quarter.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And you know, like Steve mentioned, a matchup like this can spur a bit of extra intensity with the recent history being what it is.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that, Kevin. I agree. I mean, you always want to show up strong, but definitely this is a game both teams want to win. Pride is a real factor here.
The Heat leading by 4. The drive by Wade. And it's blocked by Stevenson. Outside, Walker. Nobody near Stevenson. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. For Miami, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Here's Granger. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Now here's Walker. He's got 7. 3 from Stevenson. And it's Stevenson again missing.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, a lot of times he'll hit that shot regardless of the defense.
And it's Granger penetrating. Some solid defense from Kid Gilchrist. Hornets have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. Williams a screen. Walker dishes to Williams. In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. 6 on the shot clock. Shot's good by Walker.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing. Well, what better way to retire the Bobcats name than to go out and make the playoffs for only the second time under that nickname. Good job by Charlotte last year, and now it's back to being the Hornets.
And it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Kid Gilchrist sends the pick for Walker. Stevenson with a clean look. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Heat trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
brings